Hey, great selling Saturday, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Of course, it is Saturday, and today is all about the sale. And we start off every day, 8:15, with our 15 minutes to mastery. Right. This is where we come in, we talk a little bit, get you a little quote, get you going, make sure that you are having your best day yet. So check this out. Here's what we're doing. All right. This selling Saturday, we've got our quote. And I'm setting this up on the same time over here because it did not work. It did not stream live to another location I was going to. So there we go. So selling Saturday is all about the sale. It's all about making sure that today you have, if you don't have a customer in front of you, you're on the phone with one, trying to get somebody in the door, trying to make sure that you are helping as many people on a Saturday. So today's quote, check this out what it says. It says, if you quit on the process, you are quitting on the result. If you quit on the process, you're quitting on the result. So we've been talking all week long about the process and how there is a process to everything that we do, right? Well, let's talk about your sales process. Do you even have one? And if not, you need to get one. You need to put a sales process together, because knowing what you're doing, knowing what the next step is each and every time, and not deviating from that, keeping that going becomes when it's so routine, it helps you flow better, it helps you move better, plus it also is going to help you have a better impact on the customer, be able to really reach them in a manner where they're truly feeling comfortable with the whole process, right? And now I like to tell everyone that I work with, there's certain words we don't use with a customer, right? And one of them is process. Nobody likes to be put through a process. So you don't tell your customers, hey, we're going to go through this process. No, it's simply, you're helping them out, right? And but you have a process to it. And when we have that process, when you quit on the process for whatever reason, right? Especially if you don't have one, it's even worse. But let's say you do have one. Let's say you do have a process to the way a sale goes. All right. Somebody walks in the door. There's a certain way that you greet them at the door. Then from there on, there's steps, right? Those steps are set up to be able to help you reach the final outcome, which is getting the sale. Now, if we ever quit on that process, you cut let's say your part of your process is an interview with the customer to figure out, right? Asking the right questions and making sure that you understand what they need. They understand what it's going to take to get to that point, right? If you quit on that interview anywhere throughout that process, well, you're selling yourself short on being able to help this family out. You're selling yourself short on being able to accomplish the goal at hand. And at the same time, okay, you're costing yourself and you're costing that customer. So you have to understand the importance of sticking to the process, right? Because it is set up simply to do that. So you quitting on it or skipping it in its entirety. Okay. A good example of that would be, let's say somebody walks in the door to where you're at, and they're adamant that they just want to go look at homes. There's so many housing consultants out there that will simply grab keys and go show them houses. All right. They like to call being the tour guide. Okay. Folks, you have to understand something. Okay. You are not going to help anyone by simply taking them out to go look at homes, walking them through some homes, right? And then let's say they even like one. They like one of your homes. You come back inside. Now they're simply hitting you on price. You have not built any sort of value. You haven't built any sort of connection with these customers. So it's gonna, in most times, it's going to turn into here's the price. Okay, great. We're gonna need to think about it, and we'll get back to you, right? All that means is, great. We're out of here. We're gonna go look at some other houses down the road, because that's their way of getting around making a decision. What I'm trying to get to, or let you know about this is to you can't skip the process. If that customer is adamant about simply going and looking at homes, more times than not, it's not going to be a sale. And if you can be disciplined enough to just thank them for coming in, and that you'd be more than happy to schedule an appointment when they have more time, right? Then that's a different story. But if you give in on that, or if you're the kind of consultant that's what you do. Let's say they do come in, you come into your office, but all you're doing is, hey, what are you guys looking for? And they tell you need a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, double wide, right? Want to have this and this. Great, let's go look at some homes. Again, you are doing yourself a disservice, but more importantly, you're doing that customer disservice. You really are, by not truly having a process in place, or if you do have one, not sticking to it. By quitting on it, you are simply doing that family a huge injustice. And that's not what we're there for, right? Remember what we're there for. We're here. We are here. We are in that office. You are in that office. You are there to make sure that you provide them the best experience possible. And part of that, ladies and gentlemen, is making sure that they go through the process without being informed that they're going through a process, right? Because that process is the process where you get to find out what their needs are, what their wants are, why they're needing these things, or why they're needing this house. And you also can explain to them how the financing works, how, what to expect out in the homes, what you're there to do, the difference between your company and any other company. Those are all things that they get to find out. And more importantly, establishing that connection, that relationship with you as their housing consultant. That is a huge part of the process. And by you skipping all of that, or even bits and pieces of it, you are doing them an injustice, and you might as well not have sat with that customer, because you have to understand they are there, right, to purchase a home. And for whatever reason they are there to purchase that home, that's the most important reason that you should stick to the process. So today, as you're dealing with people, you've got to keep that in mind. I challenge you to really this morning stop and think, okay, what is our true process here? Whatever that may be. And commit to sticking to it today. Commit to sticking to that process and watch what happens. Now, if your process needs tweaking, if your process is not intentional, if your process does not lead to always asking for the business and making sure that every move that you make, every question that you ask is with the purpose of being able to sell the home, well, then you need to tweak that process. If you're unsure about that, man, reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to just go through your process and figure out the little bits and pieces that maybe can be adjusted here and there. Okay. That right there, folks, is huge, because that is what's going to help you help them. So we need to make sure that that process is one that leads, it flows, and it leads to the outcome of asking for the business. And you can only ask for the business when you've earned the right to ask for it. And that means you have to go through the process. That means you have to establish that relationship. You have to ask the right questions. You have to inform your customer about what they're about to go through, and what the differences are between you and anyone else, your company and anyone else, and the product you have and anybody else's product, and the reasons for it. Because that is where you start to, one, build the value, but most importantly, that's where you just start winning the trust of that family. And that is what we're after, is earning that trust, so that we can then earn the right to ask for the business. It goes in steps. You must first earn the trust to earn the right to ask for the business. If you're struggling with getting more and more business, especially nowadays, you have to understand that it's probably something in your process. Okay. Because people are still buying, people are still out there shopping. They're just being more cautious in this new market with the rates being what they are. But you got to understand, man, I talk about it all the time. They are still out shopping. They're still asking for information. They know what the rates are. As long as you can find them a home that's going to fit into their budget and it fits a good portion of their basic needs, they're going to buy from you. As long as it's in their budget, they're going to buy from you. But the only way you're going to find that out is by making sure that you're asking all the questions up front and making sure that everything that you're doing is with the intent of being able to ask for the business. And when you ask for the business, you ask in a manner that you are completely positive on the fact that they are going to buy the home today from you. Any sense of hesitation, any doubt on your part, and it's going to affect the ability, or it's going to affect the outcome, and thus you're going to suffer the consequences, which are not getting the sale. So today I ask you this Saturday, commit to the process, whatever your process is. And if you don't have one, reach out to me. Reach out just and I'd be happy to just put a little streamlined process together for you, shoot you over a copy of one so that you can start to establish that and incorporate that into your business, because that right there, folks, is something that will truly benefit you and it'll benefit the client, because you're selling homes. You're not selling gallons of milk, folks. You're selling homes. You're not selling cell phones where people just show up. I want that one. Let's go. That's not what it is. Okay. So today, I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget that we've got our full house training cards ready to go for you. Okay. Had got a special offer. Go and check that out. Okay. Go to actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna put it right here in chat, because we had done on Wednesday, we were offering them for $50 along with a replay of our closer school webinar that we did back on November 3rd. Well, now that was on Wednesday, it was $50, right? Well, the price has gone up. Wednesday came and went, but you get both the cards and the recording, the access to the recording, the closer school webinar for only $69.99. Go right there to manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com/full house combo 2023, because that is only in effect through the end of 2023. These next 2 weeks, go out there, take advantage of it, get on the website, get yours ordered. Thanks to everyone that's taken advantage of it so far. Man, you guys have been great, and really look forward to you having a great 2024. But today, go out and kill it. Get yourself a whole bunch of deals. Put the files away. Put them under lock and key. Don't work files today. Get on the phones if you don't have a customer in front of you. And if you do have one in front of you, stick to the process. You guys have a great day, man. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.